Okay guys, welcome back to another video. This time we'll be going over the 3 secret rare cards from Ultra Commission 7. So first of all, we have Goku in his base form, and as you can see by the card art, he can fuse into Gogeta, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, just really nice card design, right from the movie. It's pretty cool. Of course, movie 12, Fusion Reborn. His elite type, Meteor Impact is his super attack, only 5 energy, so pretty cheap cost. And on the second round, he can summon Vegeta. So this is part of a super ability, a new one called Fusion of Hope. And then they'll summon into Vegeta and do their attack. And if you have 10 hero energy, then the damage of this summon will be greatly increased. And the enemies, the damage the enemy takes will be increased by 2.5 times from then on. So that's pretty good. Definitely a nice effect there. And unlike some other super abilities that do similar things, you don't actually need a hero avatar for this one to work, which is even better, right? So it's just easier to activate, which is nice. And then for his main ability, it depends on if he's in the attack or support area. So if he's in the attack area, then 3 enemies with the most guard will have their guard lowered by 3,000 times by the round number. So of course, the longer the battle goes on for, the more he'll lower their stats by. So of course, on the second round, it'll be 6,000, and etc. etc. And if he's a supporter, then instead he'll lower the enemies with the 3 enemies with the most power will have their power lowered by 5,000. Again, times by the round number. So second round that's minus 10,000, and so on and so on. And if he's fused into Vegeta when he activates this ability, then it'll be for the entire enemy team instead of just 3 enemies. So that's really really strong. Of course, he fuses on the second round. So really, the earliest you can get that enemy team wide debuff is the third round. Still pretty good. But definitely of the 3, I'll say it's probably the definitely the weakest of the 3. Okay, next up we have Broly. This is Broly from the second Broly movie, movie 10. So yeah, again, pretty cool card art. He's a berserker, and he starts in Super Saiyan, and his attack in Super Saiyan is the Gigantic Press, which is like that shoulder charge attack, and then once he transforms into Legendary Super Saiyan, he gets the Gigantic Meteor. That's pretty cool. And he's got Woken Saiyan Burst as his card action ability. So in the second round, he can transform into the Legendary Super Saiyan form, and he'll do some damage. And his power and power level will be times by 10, which is just ridiculous. His base power is 6,000, so that's of course 60,000 once he transforms, and you can boost that more with other abilities and stuff. So that's just insane. He now holds the record for like the most. It's kind of hard to see here, but he has the most power, at least so far, on the card, like at the front of the card. Before him, it was the Vegito Blue secret card from Ultra Commission 4, but now Broly has the title with 60,000. It's just insane. So yeah, that's just incredible. And of course, once he transforms, he can do a burst as well for a bit more damage each time he activates his super attack, which is pretty solid. And if his main ability is actually really, really good. So first of all, at the start of each round, if there's a Goku in the enemy team, then Broly's ki will be fully recovered, and his power level and damage will be doubled. So that's really good. And there's so many good Gokus in the game now. Like pretty much every alternate, or every alternate Goku, but a lot of alternates and Gokus are really strong. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is really strong. The recent Goku, the Bye Bye Goku is really good too. So that's, I would say, like 9 out of 10 battles is going to be a Goku in the enemy team. So that's pretty consistently activating, which is pretty solid. And also, that first part was if there's a Goku in the enemy team. This next part, you don't need one. And that's basically when he attacks each round. If there's any enemies that have more power than Broly, then those enemies will lose all their ki, and their charge impact speed will be greatly increased. So that's really strong. So basically, if Broly has less power than them, he'll make them weaker, right? So that's really strong. See, overall, I'd say it's a really, really strong card. I mean, if there's a Goku in the enemy team, which there probably will be, his damage and power level will be increasing. And of course, with his transformation, he's getting more power and power level. So he's just a beast, man. He's actually really, really strong. Yeah, quite a good card. And honestly, relatively easy to use, I'd say. Like, I don't think there's too much like difficulty. Again, with his requirements for his abilities, they're quite easy, I'd say. So yeah, definitely a good card. And lastly, we have the most hype card. This is Goku Black. So yeah, incredible art. Been waiting a long time for him to get HD models for both his base and rose forms. That's cool. His hero type, HP is a bit low, but we'll get to that later. And then in his base form, he has, I think it's Energy Wave, so like just a basic attack for only 4 energy, so really cheap. And then once he transforms, he gets it's almost like his ultimate attack from Fighters, right? It's just really incredible. So yeah, really good stuff there. So first of all, he's got a change burst. So his change effect on the second round, he transform into Super Saiyan Rose, and his team's HP will increase by 5,000, and Rose's power and guard will increase by 5,000 too. And he also take half damage from then on. So lots of good effects there. This is really strong, right? And also got a burst. So once he transforms, whenever he activates a super attack, he can lower the enemy's damage reduction by 50%, which means they'll take 1.5 times damage from then on. So that's pretty good stuff. And then for his main ability, when he attacks each round, if there's a Goku in the enemy attackers, so similar to Broly, but with Broly, it was just in the enemy team. With Goku Black, he needs to have the Goku as one of the enemy attackers, so if he's a supporter, it won't actually work. But it's still pretty easy. Most of the time they will be attacking. And if that's the case, then during that round, Goku Black will do 5 times normal damage, which is very, really good. And he also steals hero energy from the enemy team for every enemy attacker they have that round. So if they have 5 enemy attackers, he also have 5 hero energy from them, which is just, again, it's incredible. Really strong. And also, at the end of the power level battle, if there's more enemy attackers than your attackers that round, then all of those enemy attackers will have half of their power stolen by Goku Black. So also really good effects there. And I was tossing up which is stronger, this card or the Broly. I think this card has the potential to be stronger, but I'll say Broly is a little bit easier to use, but they're both really, really strong. And this card is by far the most expensive card. He's gone above, I think it's about 35,000 yen now, which is just insanely expensive. Yeah, I probably won't get this card until at least next month because there's no one paying that much for one card. But yeah, hopefully he drops a bit more. But yeah, he's just incredible. Everything's going for him. He's so strong, and just the character as well. He's so such a cool character, popular character, and all his effects and animations are amazing, top tier stuff. So yeah, he has all the ingredients to be expensive as cards. Yeah. So yeah, honestly, and also surprising as well because this is the first time we had 3 classic cards. So because this is from of course Dragon Ball Super, this is from movie 10, and this is from movie 12. So this is actually pretty cool. Hopefully they continue this kind of trend where they bring lots of these classic cards back. But it's nice to get the stuff from Heroes, like the exclusive transformations and stuff. But can't beat that nostalgia, right, for the actual old series and stuff. So yeah. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.